Hello, it's Sonia and Francesca here, getting ready for parties tonight. Congratulations, it is day 4. Today is one of my very favourite days in this 5-day ritual, as well as my very favourite days the whole year. And I'm serious about that. I absolutely love thinking about the new year and all the possibilities it might hold. After the work of the past 3 days of unpicking, unpacking, I'm still not sure which one is right, the last year, and the fun and the messes of the last year, today it feels like a clean slate, a blue sky, a green field. All right, let's jump in. It's now the time to think about the new year that's ahead of you. The reason we do this step is because if you don't have your own clear goals, defined dreams, vision for the future, whatever you want to call it, you can end up leading your life run by the expectations of other people. You can actually end up trapped in a life you don't actually want. And to those of you thinking, oh, I'll do this later, it makes sense on these daft days between Christmas and New Year's to do the blue sky, big picture thinking. Once Monday, Tuesday come round, I bet you'll have a to-do list filled with chores that will make this kind of vision creating thinking actually quite hard to do. I'd love you to think about a life that you don't have to wait until your holidays to have fun and relax. Build a life you don't actually need a holiday from. These might sound like impossible goals for some people, but the science is actually clear on this topic. If you don't set a goal or have a vision for the future, you'll end up adopting someone else's vision and securing someone else's goal for their future. You then most likely have to shave off bits of yourself to fit into that mold that they created to suit them. Okay, I'm getting caught up in the excitement and the philosophy. Before we go any further about the practicals, let's get started and jump in and do our year in review ritual to prime our nervous system and harness the power of the unconscious mind. Follow the same steps you've been doing so far. Turn off your phone and any notifications. Tell your fellow householders you're going to be out of action for a period of time. Put on a headset, turn on some soft, gentle music, close the door, grab a pencil and paper. It's key today to have something to record your notes, or however you've been recording, actually drawing or laptops. And then light your candle. Sit on your chair, kick off your shoes and place your feet firmly on the floor. That grounds yourself in the present reality and in the room, feeling that solidness of the floor beneath your feet. Now take a big breath in through your nose and expel it out through your mouth. And remember, push your chest out as you breathe in. And say these words with me now. This is my year in review ritual. These moments I spend now in contemplation and learning will pay off over the whole 2022. Hug yourself or hug your puppy. Hug yourself and reassure yourself that I'm safe and I'm in charge of what happens. All right. It's time. Take a moment to dream up your perfect 2022. Oh, I love this step. If you've not done this before, let's think about the different parts of your life and focus on each sequentially. I like to think of 3 main areas: health. And now for me, health includes everything to do with eating, movement, fun, even mental health. Love. That's your relationship with your significant other, family, friends, and pets. And then work, career, money. Look, you can have goals for each category, or you can have just one category, or you can choose your own categories. It doesn't matter. This is your vision. You get to choose. But whatever you choose, I am going to encourage you to start with your physical health goals. Because look, as far as I'm concerned, if you don't have your health, you have nothing. Almost everything we want to achieve in our lives requires energy. Whether it's love, family, career, money, or a relationship with ourselves. Having energy makes achieving that goal and outcome much, much easier. And to be energetic, you need to be healthy. So it makes sense to start here with health in mind. Okay, so before I hand it over, I want to normalize something for you. Now, it's true, some people find it super easy to make a goal about their year. For example, for some people watching this, the fact that I've primed the pump with the word health, they can now jump into goal-making mode easily. For that person, they're literally pumping the fist in the air going, yes, I know what I want to do. Stop this gal talking. Let's go. Whereas I also know that a lot of other people get stuck and feel frozen by what I'm inviting you to do now. It's pretty normal. Don't be distressed. It's a super common experience. And here's how we get you out of that kind of stall and into drive mode. In those situations where you don't know what goal you want to set, I want you to project yourself forward to the last day of next year. So we're talking about December 31, 2022. And what I mean by projecting yourself forward is that I want you to daydream with me now. It's the end of 2022. You're sitting down, you've lit a new candle, and you're reviewing your year again. Specific to your health, what are you super happy about? Let me guide you here. How much energy do you have? Rated on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being, oh my God, it's amazing, I've got to do a star jump, I've got so much energy. And 1 being you're lying in bed, too tired to even read a book. What are you eating on a regular basis? How are you moving your body on a regular basis? Are you sleeping? Are you having fun on a regular basis? Yes, I'd love you to have a goal for fun. And if that sounds like something you want in your life and don't currently have as much as you'd like, well, then that becomes a goal. So now let's talk about mental health, because I consider this part of the overall health picture. How are you maintaining your balanced mood? After a stressful day at work, what do you do? Are you meditating on a daily basis? Are you painting? Are you ritualizing a weekly Friday night, get rid of the stress of the week, bath or yoga session or catch up with girlfriends? Are you journaling before bed? Is there a gratitude journal in bed where you say 5 things that you're grateful for before you go to sleep? Alrighty, that was a whole heap of suggestions. Please, you do not need all of them. But then on the other hand, neither are they by any means exhaustive. If being healthy and having energy is important to you, and you're not currently where you'd like to be with your health and energy, then pick 1 or 2 of these or come up with something else completely different, something that talks to you. And look, because my day job is health, and as an evidence-based nutritionist and naturopath and herbalist, please let me give you a hot tip here. The most important way to get to have more energy in your day is via what you are eating. I call it a food first strategy. The more processed food you eat, the more tired you will be. It is that straightforward. And I'm looking at you, the people who say, but Sonia, I am a healthy eater. And they are, I know that. They truly are. They eat their veg, they eat their clean protein, they eat their healthy fats. But they also like a cake or 2, well that's just me, or a sausage roll, or a pizza on Friday, or a sourdough on Saturday, or a white wine on Sunday, and a chocolate bar at some point. Maybe some commercially made popcorn when they're a movie. Processed food robs you of your energy. And that's even if you're a healthy eater the other times. But this is not a health talk, so I'll stop myself there. Notice I did not once mention weight as a goal when we were talking about health. What you weigh is actually a side effect of your hormones, of your internal chemicals, of external chemicals, and of your gut bacteria, the bugs that live in your gut. If you have a certain weight goal that you want to achieve in 22, what that actually means is you need some goals around getting sufficient sleep. Sleep hormones impact weight. Managing your stress hormones impact weight. Making sure your female hormones or your sex hormones are balanced. They have a huge impact on weight. Making sure your thyroid is optimized. And the best way that you can manipulate your own hormones, your own internal chemicals that talk to your weight and your fat stores and your muscles and your gut bacteria, is to eat lots of unprocessed foods. So veggies, whatever clean protein you enjoy. Clean proteins are legumes, nuts, seeds, animals that are unprocessed, and healthy fats. And this often confuses people. Healthy fats, olive oil, olives, nuts, seeds, avocados, coconuts. Remember, food first. Okay, I'm just realizing I said I'd stop talking about health instructions and I've just been giving you some health instructions. So I will stop this time. And remember, this is your 2022, not mine. So you get to choose the goals. Okay, over to you now to visualize your best 2022. Record the health goals that mean you get to have as much energy and vitality as you want to enjoy your life. Now, you can put me on pause if you want and do this now, or you can watch through until the end because I'll keep going about the other categories as well. It's really your choice. Today is much easier than the last couple of sessions. Alrighty, so after health, the next most important, I think, is love. Family, friends, and the love of the beautiful Francesca. Do you enjoy love the way you want to? Are relationships with your family what you want? Are relationships with your friends where you want them to be? Focusing on what you can do towards these could be a goal for you. Now, let's talk work and money. Do you want goals around your job or your career or further study? Do you have money goals? Over to you if that's something that's important to you and you don't currently have what you're hoping to have. And then what other goals do you have? Those three categories are no mean exhaustive. They just seem to be the ones that most people come up with. So let's project forward again to December 31, 2022. What are you incredibly proud of yourself for being, doing, or having? So this is your life and your plan. You don't need to know what I do, but if it helps those of you who are doing this for the first time, this is how I go about this activity myself, and honestly why I love this day so much. So firstly, I see myself sitting down with a cup of tea in my hands, smiling. It's December 31 in my mind of 2022. It's the morning. No one's around me. It's just me and my thoughts. There's a cool breeze on my body, and I'm thinking about the year that I've just had, and my body gets a rush of happiness through it. Almost like a hot flush, but in a good way. I can literally feel the emotion tingling and starting through my body as I can picture myself on my chair on my balcony. And I'm so happy because I'm thinking about the year that I've just had. And this is why. And then I literally pick up my pen and paper and I just start writing. And I write whatever I want to write. I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so happy because this year I had, and the pencil just takes over. And if for some reason that doesn't happen, I write, what is it I want to experience? What is it I'm sitting there going, oh my goodness, I'm so grateful for what? How energetic I am. What was I eating? What was I doing in my relationships? What was I doing at work? And I write those things down. The writing helps me to clarify my thoughts and emotions. But personally, I don't actually limit my 2022 goals, or in fact, any year's goals, to just that step. I then actually like to create a visual image of the new year on what I call a vision board. And I hang the vision board in my house where I can see it every day. I also take a photo and stick it on my phone, and it's my screensaver on my laptop. I just personally find that looking at images on a daily basis is way more inspiring and motivating than reading something. So if that sounds interesting to you and you've never done it before, this is how I go about it. This is literally the sort of tactics and steps. I trawl the internet looking for images that evoke a sense of who I'd like to be at the end of the year. And I'm looking for pictures that talk to me, that I can actually see myself wearing that outfit, doing what that gal's doing. And I identify as a woman, so I do choose images of gals. I download them and I print them out. I go to sites like Pixabay and Unsplash, because they're actually image sites and they've got heaps of free images. Or I ask people for some old magazines that I can destroy, and I'll go through the magazines because the images are so bright and colorful, and I'll chop them out. And I make sure I have heaps of images because I like my vision board to be very rich. And I've got a whole heap of goals around health and well-being and fitness and body. For me, that's important for me. And there's one of this gal that I found with blonde hair and a really cute butt that I was like, oh yeah, like that's inspiring. I'll be enjoying looking at that. Like, for example, I'm walking on a beach, I'm eating healthy food. These are my goals. Remember, they don't need to be your goals. Okay, I'm graduating. Well, that's upside down. I'm graduating. So I've actually got quite a few images in here of gals who've graduated from the same masters of nutrition that I have. I very much have a goal about meditating every day. It's something that I really it just dropped off the perch this year for whatever reason. And then I have an image for my relationship for myself and my partner. And I found these two that I really love because I think there's a quote by Joseph Campbell, be the hero in your own story. And that's really talking to me at the moment. And then I found this cute thing on the internet that said, this princess doesn't need a knight in shining armor. She's the hero of her own story. I was like, oh, that really talks to me. And then I found a photo of this superhero. Now, I don't believe in superwomen. You know, I think we can have everything we want, but I don't necessarily think that we have it all at the same time. But just something's really talking to me at the moment about being the hero of my own story and not kind of waiting for others. And I think it's got just a lot to do with my year and how much disturbance there was and how much relying on other people was kind of involved in it. So that's just something that talks to me. What talks to you? What is it that you want more of? Or what is it that excites you about the thought of having? I'll stop now. And then what I do is I go to Officeworks. I mean, goodness me, I love a moment of Officeworks, and get some glue, and then I glue them all on a board. And I try to make the color of the board like really fun, like it's red or it's gold or it's green, something that's really eye-catching and bold rather than just plain cardboard. So you find those on sheets at Officeworks or a local stationery store. Alrighty, so it's over to you now. You can pause me now and write if you want. When you're ready, I'll finish the ritual with you and tell you a little bit more about tomorrow's activity. All right, welcome back. You're on the home stretch. When you finish today's activity, I want you to congratulate yourself for the effort and the time you've invested. Not many people set goals the way you did. Studies have actually found people who write down their goals or have images of their goals are much more likely to achieve them. The fact that you completed today means you have taken a giant step forward in experiencing your best year yet in 2022. So say out loud with me now, well done. I am so proud of myself for doing this. I have successfully attempted, completed day 4. Now blow out your candles, place your notepaper somewhere safe that no one will find, and your bits and bobs of cut out paper nowhere where the dog won't chew it up. And congratulate yourself from showing up. You are awesome. Do your happy dance. You deserve it. Tomorrow, we're going to take these big, audacious, hairy goals and turn them into realities. We're going to use the journey you went on in day 1, 2, and 3, as well as today, and integrate it all together. It is literally the key difference between someone's goal being just a daydream and making it manifest in real life. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye now to finish my vision board. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Have fun with yours. Francesca and I are very excited to see you tomorrow for the last amazing session together. Bye for now.